Three shotgun microphones, all of them under $50. Which one's the best? Are any of them better than the internal microphone? That's what we're about to find out. The first one we've got is the Takstar SGC598. This is the only actively powered microphone in the bunch. Next, we've got the Movo VXR10GY microphone. And finally, the very, very compact Comica SCVM-VS07. So the first one we're going to look at is the Takstar, and it is, again, the only actively powered microphone here with a AA battery. It is the cheapest feeling and the overall cheapest microphone. It does have to be switched on, and there are a couple of buttons for decibels and also for a little bit of equalization. It does have a small windscreen and an attached cord with it, a TRS cable. Next, the Movo. This is the probably highest build quality of the bunch. It does come with detachable cables, which is a very nice feature, I think, although I did lose the TRS cable, so I had to purchase another one, which was $10. But I do like the option for external cables. Finally, we've got the Comica, which is probably the middle ground build quality, obviously the smallest by far. It has a TRRS adapter. So what about accessories? The Takstar comes with the aforementioned windscreen. It also comes with some extra mounting bungees and a little carrying bag. The Movo comes with the most accessories, including a very robust dead cat windsock and 2 cables, as well as a pleather carrying case. The Comica comes with the least amount of accessories, which is just a little windscreen that goes on the tip of it. So the main question is, how do each of these shotgun microphones sound when hooked up to the Canon M50 camera? So now we're going to switch between each one. We're going to run it through a couple of tests. This is going to be our baseline. This is me about 2 feet away from the camera. Probably a typical vlog setup here. And this is the internal microphone. Let's switch over to the Takstar microphone. There was probably the biggest issue with the Takstar microphone right there, which is that you have to remember to turn it on since it is actively powered with that battery, which I forget to do every now and then, which makes that one kind of a bummer. But this is that microphone when I'm sitting about 2 feet away from the camera. Here's the Movo shotgun mic. And I should note too that in all of these indoors tests, I have all the windscreens removed, so there's no dead cats or any of the other windscreens on them. This is just straight up microphone pointed at me. So again, this one's the Movo from 2 feet away. And then finally, we've got the last one, which is that itty bitty Comica shotgun microphone. The one thing that I really don't like about that one is that even though it has that 90-degree bend on it, it doesn't quite go 90 degrees. It's maybe more like 100-degree bend, or I don't know if you consider that more like an 80-degree bend. But either way, it doesn't quite go 90 degrees. And it probably sounds okay and works okay, but it's still a little, it just bothers me a little bit. And here's audio coming straight out of the camera. Again, this space is about 5 feet away from the camera in a fairly small indoor area. So again, this is built-in microphone straight out of the camera. Again, this one is the Takstar microphone, and remember, this one you have to actively power. I almost forgot again. This time we've got the Movo microphone, and again, I'm talking from about 5 or 6 feet away from the camera right now. Indoors, not a lot of other noise going on, no windscreens attached. And And then finally, the little Comica microphone. Again, we're about 5 feet away, indoors, in a small, rather enclosed area. This is what you could expect. And that's where I'm going to end it with the indoor test. I don't imagine people are going to really be using this at much more than 5 or 6 feet away. At least I probably wouldn't recommend that. Actually, you know what? Let's do one more test and we'll go back just about another 5 feet just to see what that's like. This is just the same test indoors in a large environment, vaulted ceilings. This is just the built-in microphone on the camera. So this is no microphone attached. This is just straight audio coming out of the camera. Now we're about 12 feet away from the camera in a room with vaulted ceilings that's maybe 30 feet long and 20 feet wide, very rough estimate there. This is the Takstar shotgun microphone. Again, this is the only actively powered microphone in the bunch. And now we're using the Movo shotgun microphone. Again, I'm about 12 feet away from the camera in a room with vaulted ceilings. I'm speaking at just a normal voice. This should give you an idea of what it would be like to use this microphone in a larger indoor space that doesn't have a lot of sound in the environment, in the surrounding environment. So just to give you an idea of what this would be like in a larger indoor space, again, there's not a lot of sound going on. I'm talking in just a normal voice, and now I'm probably 12 or so feet away from the camera. This room is rather large, and we have vaulted ceilings, so this will give you the idea of what one of these microphones would sound like in a space like that. This one was the Comica shotgun mic. The final test that I'm going to do is just an outdoor vlog style test where I'm just going to be walking around with the camera. I'm not going to do this for too long, but it is a slightly windy day outside, so I think it'll be interesting to see how each of the cameras do at this distance with their separate windscreens on. So this is the built-in microphone to the Canon M50 right now. Now I've got on the Takstar shotgun microphone again. This one's probably the most awkward vlog camera or vlog microphone here just because it is so large. I feel like the microphone is really like sticking out towards my face and it's not very subtle at all. It's a big microphone. It's going to be easily noticed. It adds a lot of bulk to the camera. Here's the Movo microphone, and I gotta believe that this one's probably the most obvious choice for a vlog style video. What I will be interested to see is this one has like the big dead cat windscreen on it. Much more substantial windscreen than the other two microphones. So I have to imagine that it probably sounds better than the other two and has much less wind noise, but we'll have to wait till we get it on the computer to hear it and see what it sounds like. It is pretty windy. So I'll be interested to hear those results. And finally, we've got the little Comica shotgun microphone with its little itty-bitty windscreen on it. And this would be a pretty viable vlog style microphone. I mean, it adds almost zero bulk or weight to the camera. It does slightly block the screen on the Canon that swivels out to the side. Depending on your camera and where your mic input is, that might not be an issue for you. It's really not an issue on the Canon. It only blocks off maybe like 10% the top left corner of the screen when you've got it flipped around vlog style to watch. So that's it for the vlog test. Now what I want to do is head back inside, have a listen to all of the videos, and we'll see what we think. So now it's time for final thoughts, and I'm a little bit surprised by what I'm going to say here because I thought for sure, honestly, that the Movo was going to be the best quality microphone out of the bunch. I don't know, it was the most expensive microphone, and it felt better than the rest, and I saw a lot of recommendations for it online. it was a big competitor with the Rode Micro Go, I think it was. And you know, I watched some comparisons of the Movo versus that one. I thought the Movo sounded better, so I thought for sure, you know, that was going to be the one that I was going to recommend. But after listening to them, my personal preference, sound quality wise, goes with the Takstar microphone. That is the cheapest feeling one, and also it's actively powered, and you have to switch it on, which I think makes it kind of the biggest pain in the butt out of these three microphones. But in an instance like this, where you're going to be sitting very close to the microphone and it's going to be a stationary setup, I think that would probably be the one to go with. Now, for a more on-the-go vlogging setup, I think probably the Movo has the better quality over the Comica for compact microphones, but still, just wasn't that impressed with the quality of the Movo microphone. And walking around, the shock mount on it doesn't seem to do a whole lot in deferring those movements in the camera. And also for how impressive that big dead cat is, it doesn't seem to really dampen the wind nearly as much as I thought it would in the outdoor vlog test. Matter of fact, I felt like both the Takstar, I thought every other microphone sounded better than the Movo outside, including the internal microphone on the Sony. I felt like a lot of the shocks and jitters carrying around a tripod with the camera on it, all that was transferred to the Movo, and it was much less so with the rest of the microphones. So the Movo, I don't think I'd recommend that one, honestly. I think probably I'd go with the Takstar, or in the case of the Canon M50, I think I'd just use the internal microphone would be the way to go. The Comica, I wasn't wowed with the sound quality. I think in an instance like this, it was really apparent that it sounded much more, kind of muffled and just wasn't as clear as the other microphones in the test, including the internal microphone. I did, however, feel like outside it sounded pretty good. But again, I don't know that I'd purchase that microphone. I think for me personally, it'd be the Takstar is the one to go with, because you can find it as low as about $20. And outside of that, I'd just say maybe use your internal microphone on your camera and see how you like it. Now, if none of these seem to float your boat, or none of the quality of these microphones seem to be up to your standards, then I think maybe you might have to look at spending, maybe upwards of around $200 to the next tier of microphones. And that would allow you to purchase like a wireless system, such as the Rode Wireless Go, or the Saramonic Blink 500 system just came out recently for again around a couple $100. And I think those options would be very versatile if you are willing to spend that sort of money on a microphone. So, where are we at with these microphones? I think the Takstar is probably the best value, assuming you can accommodate a large microphone and you can remember to flip it on every time you need to use it. If you're looking for a super compact solution, well, then I think whatever's built into your camera is probably okay if you're looking for something that's super, super portable. If you need a step up from that but still want to retain some compact form, then I would maybe look at the Comica or the Movo, but it's hard for me to make a recommendation on either one, because I don't know, I don't think I would use either one. But maybe it's just an instance where you need to order them, try them out, and keep whichever one that sticks. Either way, I hope that you felt that this video was informative. I tried to do an honest test of each of these microphones and give my honest opinion on them. Full disclosure, actually, the Comica microphone, the whole reason why I did this review was because somebody from their company contacted me and asked me if I would do it, and I agreed to. So they pretty much gave me the microphone for free to do the review. However, like I said, I don't know that I would recommend that microphone either way. It is an interesting concept, and somehow, even though it has a TRRS connector, it still worked with my Canon M50. I have no idea why that is. It doesn't seem like it should have worked as that is, but I hope that helps. I hope it was informative. I hope it gave you a little bit of extra information if you're trying to make a decision on a shotgun microphone under $50. I don't know if it'll be doing very many more of these reviews, but you know, if you liked it and you're interested in more reviews on, you know, budget-friendly audio, video equipment, let me know, and maybe I'll do a few more. With that being said, I think I'll end the video there, and I want to thank you for watching the video, and, you know, if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Thank you.